Welcome back, everybody, and we're now talking all things food this morning. It contains top tricks, cooking terminology, kitchen kits, the go-to grocery list, and baking versus grilling options, as well as Instagram fan favorite recipes. That's food entrepreneur and self-taught cook Neo Nontso's debut cookbook titled A Dine with Neo, My Insta Feast. Nontso was raised in East London and grew up around a family of exceptional cooks. So it surprises nobody that she is one of the most popular local foodfluencers in this country. She joins us now in studio to tell us more about her book and her culinary journey. Now, my favorite foodie, a very good morning. Thank you so much for joining us. Welcome.
Lovely to be here.
Likewise, good to have you on the show this morning. First of all, just take us through your culinary journey, how it started, where and when, and what was happening at the time.
So I started my culinary journey on Instagram, actually, in 2017, where I decided to open a cooking page. Initially, it was actually based on my personal page, and then a friend of mine was like, "No, man, show me. Why don't you just open like a separate account and
follow
post
page
food?"
all the time. That's where I steal
you
some of
follow
your
me?
ideas.
So I was like, why not? And then I opened the page and it just grew. It grew. Campaigns started coming in. So I started posting recipes, tricks and hacks, like you've just mentioned. Basically how to use your kitchen in the best way you can, and how to use your oven, how to use your stove, different temperatures, the ingredients we normally have in our grocery lists, how to use them instead of like making chicken the same way. I like to show people how to make it in different ways, using different ingredients, but all stuff that we already have in the house.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you're one of the most popular local foodpreneurs. Why is that? I mean, what makes your dishes tick?
I promise you. I'd say it's because I use such easy to find ingredients.
Okay.
I think it's very important to understand your audience and understand that we go to the same grocery stores. There's in Eastern Cape, in Gauteng, in KZN, it's the same grocery stores. So finding, let's say, an ingredient that is difficult to find would be difficult for everybody else because it's the same stores. So I always like to keep it, even if I do want to cook something fancy, I keep it to myself and then I eat it alone. But then when I want to share something with you guys, I make sure that everyone can find the ingredients, not even just going to the store to buy them, but you actually have them at home. You know, like everyone's got mince in the freezer. Everyone's got chicken pieces in the freezer. In the freezer, you know what I'm saying? Okay. Yeah.
So what's your specialty? Is it your fancy gourmet meals or your simple, you know, 7 colors kind of meals, Western, local? What's your specialty?
So I started with your traditional 7 colors that we have in South Africa. Like, you know, your stews, your salads, your beetroots. And then I moved into pastas. And then during lockdown, I actually moved into, there's a chapter in my book called Dirty Dining, where I touch on, this is actually the opener for Dirty Dining, where I touch on fast food. Because we were in lockdown.
Why is it called dirty though?
Because it's more of, it's not clean. It's not clean food, basically. You're not going to get a 6-pack from eating that. So it's more of your dirty dining, your sticky wings, your quesadillas, basically your dirty dining, your fast food, your fried chicken, your pizza. So that chapter is just based on my lockdown journey and how I brought fast food into my kitchen and shared it with everybody else.
So what really inspired you to go the book writing route? Because, I mean, you've got a very, very popular and rich Instagram page.
Yeah.
Do you share the same recipes on Instagram and in your book, or is it different?
So listen, so when the reason why I actually started writing a book is because Instagram is an online platform. You only get so much space and so much data. So I had reached my capacity to share recipes, and I realized a lot of my recipes were disappearing on my platform because I had run out of space. And every time I'd post a new one, we'd lose an old one. I post a new one, we'd lose an old one. You know what I'm saying? Then I was just you know what, let me take all those old recipes we had and all my new exciting recipes and just compile it in a book so that I can post my new recipes in peace. Because everyone was like, please don't post, we are losing everything.
And you talk about you being on a mission to ban boring.
Yes.
What do you mean by this?
Ban boring. Boring food. Because I want to bring life into the kitchen. I want us to to look at food and be excited to be in the kitchen, and not just think of cooking as a boring thing. I see there's a lot of men now that are entering the kitchen because it's not boring anymore. It's become fun.
Yeah, yeah.
Right. It's become therapeutic as well. A lot of people go into the kitchen just to like just take their mind off things. So that's my thing.
And it should be easy on the eye as well.
Exactly.
Yeah,
it needs to be
Instagrammable.
Instagrammable.
Just like what I'm about to show you here. So, what do we have here? There we go. There we go. Voila. Just take us through what you have here. And the aroma.
Yeah, it's got a lot of flavors.
Gosh, so flavorful, hey?
A lot of flavors. So this is my spicy rice. It's in my midweek banger chapter. These are my sticky wings in the dirty dining chapter. I think it's the last one in the dirty dining chapter. This is a spicy rice recipe that I developed a couple of years ago. It has peppers, it's got mixed vegetables, uses normal rice.
Okay.
Normal white rice that we all have at home. Normal mixed vegetables that we have in the freezer.
What's the best way to prepare fried rice, though? You cook the rice.
You cook the rice.
And then you just dip it into.
You cook the rice. You fry the vegetables, onions, garlic, your corn, your peppers.
Yeah.
You put your spices in the vegetables.
Yes.
And then then you keep tasting it. Once it's flavorful and you're feeling it, put the rice in, the cooked rice in.
Okay.
And then you mix it up. But the trick that I did here is that I added crispy bacon and lemon zest to give it a little bit of.
Gosh, who would have thought?
Some flavor.
And then the sticky wings?
And the sticky wings.
Is that barbecue?
So these are more of your buffalo wings, kind of American inspired, but still with accessible ingredients. So I've got tomato sauce. So they dunked into a sauce.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
So then they're also like grilled. They dunked into a sauce made with tomato sauce, sriracha, a little bit of soy, some brown sugar, and vinegar to give it a little bit of a tang.
Because, I mean, I've been following your recipes for quite some time now. So, and I think it's time that you consider opening a restaurant. Because your recipes are restaurant ready.
Is it? Would you be my first customer?
Hello? Is that even a question?
I'm curious. And I'd never thought about bringing these two together, like wings and rice.
Trust me.
You know?
Because you thought it would be dry.
Why do you have those ideas? Do you think that's what makes you think out of the box, that you bring these recipes that not everybody thinks? You know, you think wings and chips.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Rice and
chips.
stew.
Yeah.
You know, do you think that's what makes you stand out?
So a lot of times I think of this. If we're making chicken, if we're making like a grilled chicken and we have rice on the side, why can't we make a nice rice and maybe not the whole chicken, use the wings instead?
Right.
You understand?
Yeah.
Because we still eat rice and chicken.
Right.
All the time.
Out of the box.
Because one may wonder, like, if you grill chicken and then rice, what could possibly be the substitute for gravy? Because it doesn't have to be dry.
It doesn't have to be dry, exactly. So these wings have been dunked.
And you spoke of Ben boring, and it shouldn't be boring either.
These wings have been dunked in some sauce. The first time I actually did this combo at home and I tasted it, I was like, it's gonna be dry.
Yeah.
I was like, there's no way. And then I tasted it, I was like, oh my gosh, this actually works. Like, it's not as dry because the rice has got so much flavor. The wings have been dunked and they're quite moist because I make really good wings.
Yeah.
So you're not getting any dryness from that.
Right.
And how's the book doing?
It's doing really well. It's doing really well. I think it's been like 1 month now.
Okay.
It's been 1 month. I can't believe it's been 1 month.
Where can we get a copy?
You can get a copy from Exclusive Books, Bargain Books, and all other bookstores in the country, nationwide. You can also get a copy from Take a Lot. The book outlets also sell it online as well. Like Exclusive Books, you can get it online. Wordsworth online, Bargain Books online.
All right.
You can get it.
Great chatting to you, Neo. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
Some good news though. Load shedding suspended until 5 o'clock. So it was suspended at 8 o'clock. So if you go get a book, go get Neo's book, and then you can make some of the. At least you have no excuse to say you didn't cook on Sunday.